It is safe for you to be happy. This is something that came through for me. I am safe to feel happy. I am safe to feel happy. And as this affirmation came to me, it's like it brought up this stuff of how when we're children, a lot of times you can be as young as like 2 or 3 or 4, and you're just playing and having fun, and you're in your own little world and just enjoying yourself and being happy. And then all of a sudden a parent or an adult figure, teacher, anyone will start saying, stop doing that, and they'll tell you to do something different, or they'll get mad at you, or they'll punish you for whatever you are doing. And a lot of times as children, we don't understand why we're being punished, and we just feel that we just went from the state of being so happy and blissful to all of a sudden someone being angry with us. And so we start associating happiness with punishment. And this is why so many of us feel like we don't deserve to be happy in life. And when everything seems to be going well in life, we'll start thinking, well, something must be coming that's going to be bad then. Something's got to go wrong because it can't always be good. And the reality is everything can feel good, and you can feel happy, and you deserve to feel happy. And I feel like this is still happening for me sometimes, where everything seems to be going amazingly, and then it's almost like I get into a state of self-sabotaging, or where I just start expecting something bad. And I know that I'm a powerful manifester, and that however I feel, it often brings about what ends up happening in my life. And so I feel like this is why this affirmation was coming through for me. It's to stop self-sabotaging, so that whenever I am feeling happy and things feel like they're going really well in my life, it's to sink into the space of gratitude and use the affirmation, I am safe to feel happy, to know that you deserve to have even more that's going to come to you, that's going to make you even more happy, and just finding that happiness within you and allowing it to come through, and never punishing yourself for feeling happy. So I feel like this is like just a big revelation, like light bulb coming on, that like, yeah, a lot of times we don't feel safe to feel happy because it stems from that childhood of whenever we feel really happy, we end up getting stopped or punished, or we just aren't allowed to do whatever it was we were doing. And a lot of times adults will bring on their own issues onto us. And so children are the most happy people in the world, and they're so full of life, and their spirit is so vital, and they have so much energy. And then a lot of times adults get triggered by that because they're dealing with their issues, and it upsets them to see someone else who's happy, and it might bother them, or they might feel like they have to control them, or you have to behave a certain way and according to society, or else they're going to look like bad parents, and all this stuff. Like, it's just crazy the amount of stuff that adults like put into children and make them go from this beautiful, unhindered, free being to then being controlled. And of course structure is necessary, and children do need a certain amount of boundaries and structures in their life to also allow them to feel safe and protected, and to be able to grow up to take care of themselves. But there is that part of ourselves in most of us where it's that little version of us as a kid, where we were just having fun, and all of a sudden we got punished, or someone treated us badly, or someone got upset with us, and that kind of has registered as a response mechanism to whenever we get back into that state of feeling so free and like there's magic in the world and everything's working out, and then we get that feeling in the back of our minds like, I'm not worthy of this, or this can't last, or it's not realistic. And so we end up self-sabotaging, and we allow something negative to come into our lives because it's just what we've grown up expecting. So I just want everyone to give themselves a big hug and know that everything is okay. And even if you're an adult and you ever got mad at a child, know that it's okay to just give yourself that love and that support, and know that you're worthy of feeling happy. You're worthy of bringing in abundance in every aspect of your life, and being truly worthy of that feeling of happiness, and it can remain even if bad things are happening in your life. There's tons of people who are going through tons of bad things all the time, but they still remain happy, and they find that happiness within them and know that you are worthy of always feeling that. So this is my gift to you today, is the affirmation, I am safe to feel happy. And I know a lot of us too sometimes can be afraid, like if everything's going well, I don't want to tell people because they're going to get jealous or they're going to feel bad about themselves. And I feel like that also still stems from that childhood little version of us that whenever we were very happy or experiencing all this stuff, it's where these adults like took that away in a sense, or they kind of didn't allow us to remain in that state. And just having love for them too, and knowing that this is a cultural thing that's been passed on through generations. And of course sometimes it's for our own safety too. If we're just having fun and then we end up running into the streets, we don't want to get hit by a car or something. So there is definitely a space for structure and rules and protection. But I do witness a lot of times out in public, or just seeing how certain parents treat their children, and sometimes I empathize a lot with the children, just feeling like they're so free and happy, and then all of a sudden an adult tells them to stop doing something, and like what they're doing wasn't even harming anyone, but sometimes they'll tell them to stop just because they're worried. And that's an issue that a lot of adults have, is living in a state of worry or fear, as opposed to living in that state of love and joy and happiness that's natural to a lot of really young children. So just see that child version of you and give them a big hug and tell them that they're safe to be happy. We're all safe to be happy. So yeah, it's just time to change the world a little bit, one person at a time, and it really starts by allowing ourselves to actually be happy, so that when good things are happening in our lives, we allow that to continue. And same with when good things are happening in the world, we allow that to continue too. So we are safe to be happy. Okay, bye. Thanks so much for watching. If any of you are interested in a one-on-one session, I do those. I'll put a link in the description for that, and I've got tons of other resources too, so check the description for all of those links, and may you be happy, healthy, and